One of the things I've come to lament in talking about capital markets and what goes on in the economy is that many people who offer their commentaries don't think about the overlay of what's going on in the political environment. And to me, the two go hand in hand because one obviously plays into the other. This week, we're looking at a situation where we're likely to have a shutdown of government in the United States. That's a big bit of news that a lot of people in the finance space are simply just not talking about. Both sides, the Democrats and Republicans, have been adding to the American debt level. It's a major source of concern. It's already at $37.5 trillion and growing by about $2 trillion a year. Both parties would add to the debt, irrespective of whether or not there's a shutdown. It'll just be a matter of which party is worse. But I think the bigger problem that people need to think about now is the disruption that is being caused. We've got a situation where an American president is already an agent of chaos who seems to thrive on people being divided. This will be exceedingly divisive. There will be a lot of people who, if the shutdown does in fact proceed, and it looks as though it will be thrown out of work. And we will have a lot of people who will lose health benefits and a lot of people who will lose their jobs as the government is shut down. Mass layoffs is the sort of thing that you probably don't want when the economy is already on knife's edge and just trying to make a go of things. This is something that a lot of people, when you ask them what's going on with the economy, they'll say, oh, well, the GDP is still positive and we think the Federal Reserve will add some stimulus by cutting rates. And so we think we'll get through this and not have a major downturn. The people who say those sorts of things almost never say, oh, and by the way, the government might be shutting down. This is a sort of thing that you very much need to consider. And Americans are going to be feeling the pain in a very, very direct way if the shutdown proceeds. And investors need to be mindful of that as they make better wealth decisions, because this is not the sort of thing that you should be ignoring. This has been Weekly Wealth Update, a Make Better Wealth Decisions podcast dedicated to explaining how current events impact your portfolio and the wealth decisions you make. Tune in every Monday for commentary on how the news of the week affects your portfolio and your thinking.